Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft. And yeah, today we will make a new server tour. And to begin with, Silk Touch is now finally back on ice. So you see, this is only working in the snapshots, by the way. So to get that feature, you have to use the snapshots, but it will be included in the next official update, of course, as well. And yeah, they only changed it in a way that you can't, it won't generate water. As you can see, and also in the nether you won't be able to get water there, because if there are ice melts in the nether it will just disappear. But yeah, as it doesn't generate water anymore if you destroy it, it's actually possible to clean oceans with it, and yeah, it's a little bit difficult to farm the ice in large quantities, yeah, because you just clear out the space and yeah, have to go to another place to get some more ice. But yeah, so we tried to invent several ice machines to automate the process of farming ice, and this is yeah, one of our tries. And so let's take a look at it. So yeah, here just complete area is frozen by now, and if I push this button here, yeah, the blocks in there disappear. I will just explain later what they do. And now you can yeah, farm ice like crazy. Some efficiency and Silk Touch tools, and the snow here is just from preventing to prevent you from breaking the blocks beneath unintentionally. And when you're finished, so you see it doesn't take very long with these very efficient tools. You press the button again, and now some magic happens. Voila! And now let's explain what these blocks here do. So ice only will start freezing, or water will only start freezing if there's a solid block adjacent to it. That means it would normally just start freezing from the outline here, but this would take a lot longer than with this setup here, cause this setup here is the optimal spacing. Yeah, you can see how fast it's actually freezing here. Because every water block here is adjacent to one corner block, but not more. So that means we have, yeah, we could have squeezed as many water blocks as possible in this square here, and at the same time, every block is adjacent to a solid block. So let me just explain the pattern. So let's say the pumpkin is a solid block, and this ice will melt, of course, but yeah, you can see it doesn't update. It's very cool. Then I could place the next pumpkin over here, and you see then the adjacent blocks are, yeah, just connect to the others. And so the pattern is pretty simple. Just go two to the side and one back, and yeah, you can see it's from here how it's working actually. And yeah, you see it's freezing very fast, and the glowstone here is directly above the snow blocks, and it just prevents monsters from spawning on top of here. And at the same time, you need air at the adjacent blocks, because otherwise the ice won't freeze. So we have some floating glowstone here, but it's actually looking pretty cool, I think. But yeah, as this machine, you might wonder how it's working. And so I thought we would go a little in detail how the actual redstone is working. So if you can also skip it, but if you aren't interested in, I will just show some of the redstone mechanisms now. So I opened the redstone here, and yeah, you can see the button is connected to this T flip-flop here. So it's consisting out of a pulse shortener. So this is shortening the pulse so that the piston here just gets a single pulse. And as you probably know, if a piston gets a single pulse, the block will stand out and not be retracted by the piston, and that activates these two lines of redstone here. So this one goes into this block, and the other one goes directly yeah, back behind over there. And yeah, the extreme long repeater chain here and the direct signal go to the same output here, and they are both inverted, which means that yeah, this output here is inverted again and goes to the pistons in the middle, which yeah, make it possible that the ice freezes so fast. So what this part here does is that it retracts the pistons instantly if you press the button this time. So I may just show it. And
should I press a button?
Yeah, I will press it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you see it's already frozen quite a bit since I've pressed it last time. And yeah, just really making it in reverse again. But if you press the button to fill in the water again, there is a huge delay, because at first the water has to generate and float the whole square, and after that the piston will extend. And so this is yeah, exactly doing this thing. And at the same time, the button signal, the short pulse, will also go into this pulse shortener, or here it's actually just another monostable circuit. And what this does is, yeah, it's maybe you can press the button one more time. It's I think it's
yes.
So this time it didn't activate it because we are retracting the pistons only. But now, if we want to flatten the mechanism again, yeah, you have to press it again, and you see now this block here is extended for a while, and after the signal has gone through the repeater chain, it will retract again. And yeah, this controls the pistons at the outside, which are holding the water back. So that means it's they will retract, and so the water can start to generate. And as soon as it has fully generated, these pistons will extend again. But at first they have, of course, to retract so that the water can flow to the above the whole square. So it's yeah, it's every part on its own. It's not that complicated, but in total, it's yeah, it's pretty much redstone involved here. But I like it, and yeah, especially I like the redstone mechanisms. And here you see how the pistons are connected, and the signal goes through the repeaters here, and so goes diagonal a bit, and we timed them to the longest delay just to make it yeah, look a bit more fancy, because then they just don't retract and extend at the same time. And yeah, it's kind of like a wave. So let's show it one more time, and then let's go to the next ice creation. So, and now it's nearly totally frozen. I think we can just harvest it one more time, and then let the water flood this thing here again. Yeah, a few water blocks are not frozen yet, but we can just fill them in with ice for now. And yeah, this is also actually a quite cool technique to make the super flat spawn proof, so that there no slimes can spawn. Just place some water sources diagonally, and they will flood a complete square. And in this time, it's only a small square, but yeah, it's still a cool way to produce tons of ice. Okay, I think this was the last water source. So, Panda, could you press the button?
Wobby?
Or would you?
I'm on it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So you see, the pistons retract, the water sources behind there are flooding this, and yeah, now the complete floor is flooded again, and all ice already started generating. So you can see how quick this thing is. It's pretty insane. We already got, don't know, 10 ice blocks in here, just after a few seconds. Okay, so let's go on. Here we are at our next ice generator, and as you can see, this one creates just a giant cube out of ice. And we have built it directly adjacent to our melon and all the other farm systems. And this is also Wooby's design. Panda helped him a bit, and this is if you want a tutorial for this, Wooby has actually made one on his channel, and you should check out his channel. Anyway, by the way, he's making some awesome technical redstone stuff. So if you are interested in cool technical designs, and that's why we've chosen him. He has many good ideas, and this is also one of his coolest things. No, not one of his coolest, but I like it very much. And yeah, let's first just harvest it, and go a little bit crazy. Ice, ice, baby here. Woohoo! So this thing here needs about several hours to fill up, actually. But you can just let it fill up AFK, and then harvest it if you have a good silk touch pickaxe. It's just going insanely fast here, you can see. Woohoo! And I think my inventory is already filled up with several stacks of ice. Yeah, let's complete this thing here. Okay, so we are finished clearing it out, and accidentally I destroyed one of the wood blocks, and but that's just a small sacrifice for just so gigantic quantities of ice. Let's put it in a chest to see how many it actually was. Is there any empty chest here? Not really, but I think it's about 28 stacks of ice, so more than a chest of ice, which is pretty cool. And now let's just I'll just shortly explain what it does, but I won't go too much into details. So here is the part where the ice actually freezes, and maybe we get one freezing. Yeah, so there you can see. And we also got some other occurrence here, because there is now an ice block which wasn't transported away because it was generated just after the other one, but the machine is fixing itself. So there are basically just butt switches which detect if an ice block has formed, and if so, the ice will be transported to here, and you can see it's already started generating, and it needs several hours to fill. I don't know how many, 5 hours or so. But as I said, you can pretty much let it just run AFK and harvest the ice afterwards. So it's it's even a bit more technical than the other one, involving a lot of pistons. But for the fun of it, it's really worth building, I think. And so as I said, check out Wooby's tutorial for it if you also want something like this. And but we have done some more testing and cool things with ice, and so let's go to the next thing. And here it is, our ice castle. So we started this project a while ago. I think we showed how we built the first row, but we did it when Silk Touch wasn't available on ice. So we just finished this with the Silk Touch pickaxes now, and it's nothing too special, but I really like the fact that it's so transparent and so light. And I think with especially if you are inside, you can see through the ocean here and see the squids down there and the ship. So it's pretty cool. How ice makes water totally disappear. so let's just go around one time. And you can also sprint faster on ice, which I also like very much. It's pretty insane how your speed is boosted when you're running on ice, and absolutely makes no sense at all. But who cares? So yeah, let's go to the top here and take a look at our last invention, and it's over there. So as I showed you just in the beginning of the video, ice, if it melts, doesn't update blocks. So it's actually updating blocks, but it's not updating itself. That means it generates a water source, and if you place them properly so that they don't update each other, so for example just two ice blocks beside each one would update, because the one who melts after the other will update both, as is pretty much like this, and create a huge mess. But they are all placed so that there are no black blocks directly adjacent to the water sources, but only diagonally, and it won't update them. So you can generate floating elevators with this. So in this case, I can just press space, and it's a very cool and quick mob elevator. And if you noticed, the most amazing fact of this is that it's actually generating a current which is pointing to the center. So it's kind of a force field which attracts you to the center of this thing here. It's pretty crazy. And it also works for mobs, so that means you have a free air mob transportation system which won't where the mobs can't fall off, and also there is not enough air in them so that they won't suffocate, not drown. And yeah, this time we made this for boats, so Vander is just showing it, and he failed.
Oh,
but
fail.
yeah, if you step in carefully, you can. What the hell is happening there? You can swim up with this thing as well. So let me just try. Maybe I get it.
Here's another boat. Forget it. It's too buggy in multiplayer.
Okay. Let's try. Hooray! And I'm swimming upwards with just pressing no key, and it works fine. And you can't fall through the holes here because the boat is too big. So I think you can build some awesome water roller coasters out of this. There are also several other ways to make these floating water things. But just to show you, this is the coolest thing we've found out so far. So I think that's a good end for today. So I hope you enjoy the fact with Silk Touch, and so see you next time, and goodbye.